city and run my life from the top of a mountain in the dead of night. It'll be you and me and a couple of dogs, and the rest of the world can just move on. 'Cause I got what I want and I got what I need, and there's nothing in this world but you for me. And there'll be fish in the lake and there'll be chickens on the lawn, and we'll never go to sleep and I'll never even yawn. You'll tell me lots of stories about when I was old, and I wasn't too much fun then from all the stories I've been told. And I got what I want and I got what I need, and there's nothing in this world but you for me. Yes, I got what I want and I got what I need, and there's nothing in this world but you for me. So tell me I'm the only one, nobody else could ever come close. I want to replace all your sad memories. When you close your eyes, you'll see only me someday. Someday we can sit up on the mountain, I can hold your hand. We'll forget all that we learned, we'll forget our plans. We'll say things more clearly in the absence of the light, and we'll realize there's nothing more than this tonight. Now I got what I want and I got what I need, and there's nothing in this world but you for me. Yes, I got what I want and I got what I need, and there's nothing in this world but you for me. Yes, I got what I want and I got what I need, and there's nothing in this world but you for me. Ooh, la 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 la, ha 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 ha, yeah. So tell me I'm the only one, nobody else could ever come close. Tell me I'm the only one, nobody else could ever come close. Tell me I'm the only one, nobody else could ever come close. Ooh,
Thank you so very much, Terra Naomi. More of Terra throughout the entire evening. and Terra's puppy, clearly, which is great. Shabbat Shalom, Shana Tova, and welcome one and all to Queer the New Year, JQ's Shabbat of Ah 5781. I am Aria Marvazi, your host for the evening and JQ's proud managing director. We want to start the evening of reflection and renewal, beauty and blessing by extending a hearty thank you to many, but first and foremost to each of you, wherever you are in the world, and I know certainly as far as Australia. Hi, Jared. There is no JQommunity without the people that make it up, and we are grateful for your energy and presence in spending this special evening with us. It's certainly going to be a beautiful evening that we have planned with one another. Gratitude and love to this evening's inspiring speakers, each of whom will get their own intros, and our partnering organizations. On that shared screen, you can look on the right to see the speakers that will be joining us this evening, and below them, the different partnering organizations that have helped bring this to life. Big shout out to the ROI Community Micro Grant that supported the Shabbat of Ah effort, and our wonderful board and volunteers. I'd be remiss not to name Todd, who actually named Shabbat of Ah, so thank you, Todd Schatz, our board chair extraordinaire. And of course, the JQ professional team for their countless hours, making the next hour and a half. And of course, the beautiful Shabbat of Ah kits that many of you have at home, as beautiful as possible. If you don't know our colleague, Anna Goodman, our program director and director of our Teen JQSA, Everything that Anna touches is artistic and stunning and beautiful. Anna, thank you for all of your efforts to just bring this whole evening to life. And Anna is running the evening on the whole, so thank you for that as well. I just want to make a special shout out to the dignitaries and elected officials that are also joining us. We're grateful for your presence this evening. And without further ado, let's dive into our Shabbat of Awe. I'm grateful to introduce one of JQ's newest team members, a dear friend, and now also a colleague, a soulful woman of valor with a heart big enough to fit each of us on this call, and that's not an exaggeration. JQ's new Senior Development Manager, Shauna G. Cohen. Shauna, thank you for making tonight possible, and take it away.
Thank you, Aria. Thank you for the beautiful introduction. I am so grateful to be joining the JQ professional team at the start of this new year. Welcome 5781. I also would be remiss not to introduce my beautiful partner, Beck G. Cohen. Can I call you beautiful? Is that okay?
Of course.
Handsome?
Yeah.
Gorgeous?
All of it.
Okay, great. Well, it feels especially profound that I have the opportunity to introduce myself and Beck at a time when Jews around the globe are preparing for Yom Kippur. On this Shabbat Shavua, we're practicing the sacred act of teshuvah, literally returning to ourselves and examining our relationship to God, to family, to friends, and to community. While this year has been filled with unimaginable challenges, grief, disappointment, there have been beautiful moments of connection and gratitude. Joining the JQ community in this professional capacity has been one of these moments of gratitude, an unexpected blessing to work for an organization that helps me return to my true self. So throughout my career, I've longed to find a home that celebrates and affirms my Jewishness and my queerness and my love for building relationships. Growing up in the suburbs of Minneapolis, Minnesota, we were one of 3 Jewish families in the area, and certainly the only Jews that lived on Christmas Lake. In my early teens, I came out as queer, and I prayed to find a community that would embrace me. It would understand what it means to be a fabulous, queer, femme Jewess. It really wasn't until my 20s that I found LGBTQ activism and decided to pursue a career in social change. Over the years, I've worked for a handful of nonprofits, but never did I imagine I'd find a home at JQ that fully celebrates me and my family and the lives of LGBTQ plus Jews and allies. So over the past few months, JQ, like so many other nonprofit organizations, has had to pivot our work to the digital space. While our vision of our work was founded with an eye to in-person gatherings, these past few months have cemented how impactful our support services, our educational outreach, and our community gatherings, even on Zoom, can be. And I think we're able to shine because we have been able to invest in human-to-human connection. Through innovation, transformation, even in this challenging moment, we've been able to transform the hardship and the difficulty of this moment into a blessing. I'm going to talk about that in a second, but tonight you're going to hear from Terra Naomi, Gamal Palmer, Rachel Sumac, and Dana and Steve Weinberger. They'll speak about their lives, share their unique stories, and instead of the traditional teshuvah, where we offer apologies, our community wants to offer you a blessing. So what does it mean to offer a blessing? Giving a blessing is beautiful. It reveals the hidden power we carry around inside all the time. We all have the ability to connect to the divine and to offer support, comfort, and hope to people. It feels awesome. And it feels even more awesome to draw on Jewish choreography to make it happen because it connects us to our roots. Receiving a blessing is also awesome. Who doesn't want to hear from someone else that they want goodness from you, or that you're totally gorgeous, or all of the above? So there's a Hasidic teaching that explains that the word bracha literally means drawing down. Everything in life, health, prosperity, joy, wisdom, it needs to actually be drawn down from its spiritual state into the actual physicality of our essence. Judaism teaches us that our role as human beings is to draw all the goodness of metaphysical existence into our physical bodies. Literally, we have the power to channel goodness to ourselves, to each other, and to the planet, with our words and with our actions. So with that, I'm so happy to be here, and I want to offer the community my blessing in 5781. May our journey this year be meaningful, and may our relationships grow and deepen. May we support each other and share our times of difficulty and pain, as well as celebration. May we accept each other's faults with understanding, and may we find inspiration in our shared stories. May we have the strength to offer bold challenge and encouragement. May we know what a gift our relationships are to this community. May we discover a reflection of divine creation in one another through our queerness and through our Jewishness. And may the love of our human bond be a true blessing in our lives, in God's eyes, and let us say, Amen. It is my hope that this evening leaves you feeling transformed, feeling seen, and feeling blessed. It is now my great honor to officially introduce the songstress of the evening, my very dear friend, Terra Naomi. Terra Naomi is a singer. She is a songwriter. She's won awards. She's composed. She's a sound meditation facilitator. She's even writing a musical. I mean, this woman's amazing, okay? She's also passionate about dogs, plants, and anti-racism. So welcome, Terra. I love you. Thank you for being here tonight.
Thank you, Shauna. I love you too. And I'm really, really very honored to be here tonight with everybody. And really excited to share some songs. So first of all, I thought that since we're doing the renewal theme and since we're gathering on a virtual platform, I would love to offer to everybody a little moment of connection with ourselves and with each other to sort of feel into the space. This is a little bit of what I do with the sound meditation side of life. I've been doing it all online, and so we need to be able to feel that connection even though we're in different parts of the country and the world right now. So just as much as you can hear sound is energy, we're energy. We can connect, we can feel connected even though we're not sitting in a room together. So I want to invite everybody just as a sort of little opening meditation to get comfortable wherever you're sitting. Just bring us together a little bit here. Let's just inhale together and exhale with a sigh if that feels good. Kind of settle in. I know it's a pretty challenging time for so many of us, and I just want to invite everyone to be here for this time that we have together, and hopefully it can help that a little. So I want to invite you to either lower your gaze, close your eyes, whatever feels comfortable and safe for you to do together in this space. And we're going to imagine that we're sitting together in a big room, in a big circle, side by side, knee to knee, all of us in this space together. And I'm going to just do a very short little singing bowl meditation. And I would welcome everyone, invite everyone to just feel into where you are and know that wherever you are, whatever you're feeling, whatever you're coming in with tonight, is all welcome here. And check in with yourself and see, how do you feel? So many of us, probably an overwhelming majority of us in this space tonight, spend a lot of time focusing on other people. And I would just invite you to just check in with yourself and be here for yourself and be willing to receive the love that you share so freely with others in this space where we're supported together, and offer a moment of renewal. And feel free to just open your eyes gently if your eyes are closed. We have lyrics here for you. And something that we thought would be a nice thing, a helpful thing to do, I'm going to share Debbie Friedman's Misha Berach. And if anyone has people who need a little extra love and healing, is everything okay? We're good? All right, virtual Shabbat. If anyone has any folks who need extra healing and love right now when we sing this together, then please feel free to put their names in the chat box so we can send them a little extra love. Help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Mi sheberach imotenu mekor habracha li'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen. Mi sheberach avotenu mekor habracha li'imotenu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen.
Terra, thank you so very much for your beautiful voice and spirit and energy. It's just such an honor and a blessing to bring in the new year, this first Shabbat of 5781 with you. For everyone, rest assured, Terra will be with us and singing all evening throughout the night. We're moving into our Shabbat rituals, and it is my honor and pleasure to introduce really the individual who found a challenge and found the impossible and went about making the impossible possible by bringing JQ to life, our wonderful and inspiring executive director and a dear friend, Asher Gellis, to lead us in candlelighting.
Thank you, Arya June. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. When we light the candles in Jewish tradition, we take our hands 3 times and we draw the light of fire towards ourselves. Fire in Judaism is symbolic of the flame within each of us, the divine spark. We draw the light towards ourselves to create a relationship with fire. For wine and challah, we create the relationship through touch. But with fire, we don't touch it, hopefully. With wine and challah, we say the prayer first and then drink or eat. With the Shabbat candles, we light them first and then we say our blessing. Tonight, with each drawing in with my hands, I will think about the welcoming of each of you in our community, welcoming of Shabbat and the welcoming of the new year. For those of you lighting candles at home, or for anyone regardless of whether you're lighting candles or not, I encourage you to join me in bringing in the light and wrapping its warmth around all of us, your loved ones, and welcoming in Shabbat and Rosh Hashanah. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. It's amazing to welcome in 5781 with all of you at tonight's Shabbat of Awe. It's my fervent wish to all of you that this year be filled with health, happiness, and love. We miss being with each other in person, and we look forward to the day when we can all be together again. Until such time, the leadership of JQ and our entire community of JQ will be here for you. I'd like to now hand it over to our friend, community member, and board co-chair Todd Schatz, who will lead us in Kiddush. So Todd. Without further ado, Shabbat Shalom v'Shana Tova lekulam.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. As we lift our glasses of grape juice or wine, we take in the moment that the Kiddush is about holiness, but holiness in Judaism is about making things special, making things unique, separated out. And I definitely feel with the beautiful music we've heard tonight from Terra Naomi, I feel transported. I feel like this moment has been separated out in such a special way as we welcome in the new year, as we head towards Yom Kippur. And if you'll raise your glass, we will sing. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. And we'll close with the final blessing of the Kiddush. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabbat. L'chaim.
Thank you so much, Asher and Todd, two of the individuals who have been there for just about as long as JQ has been around, bringing this baby to life continuously. We are so grateful for your efforts. It's now my really distinct honor to welcome another new team member at JQ. In addition to Shauna this year, we also brought on board Marley Goldshine. Marley is the new JQ Education and Development Associate, a graduate student at HUC, and passionate about all things social justice, arts and crafts, and hosting Shabbat. So it makes beautiful sense to have her do the blessing over challah. Marley, we're so grateful to have you on board.
Thank you. I'm so grateful to be here, to be surrounded by this community. It feels really special. So everybody hold up your Challah Hub loaves. I'd love to see them on camera. Let's see, we've got a couple. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. I'm also making do aria across the country. So, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Thank you.
Marley, thank you so much. And thank you for everything that you have already brought to JQ in just your first few months with the organization. Everyone, we're about to move into the programmatic part of our evening, and I wanted to name before we do that, we heard our JQommunity and JQ family loud and clear during the Pride Shabbat call that one thing people wanted a lot more was the opportunity to break out in small groups and get to know new people and really have some deep conversations with them. So over the arc of the evening, what's happening from here on out is we'll hear from two of our inspiring speakers and then have a breakout group, do a bit of sharing back, and then two more of our speakers and another breakout group before we close the evening with a last prayer and song. So now I'm so grateful to introduce Gamal Palmer, who I want to say above everything is one of my very close friends who I love very much. But Gamal is also a very dear and close friend to JQ International, a full-time lover of causing leaders, who is currently the Senior Vice President of Leadership at the Jewish Federation. Gamal, thank you so much for being with us and for sharing a bit of your story as well.
Absolutely. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Hi, it's good to be with you. So I was trying to think about which thing to say, and I was talking to a friend of mine who was saying that, you know, every time that we go through a big change in life, or we make a big decision, maybe that was a little nervous or scary or something, that, you know, there's an opportunity for renewal afterwards. And so I just offer that as something for us to think about, that we all have so many stories of renewal and newness. The story that I'm going to share is, it just really changed the course of my life. And I tell it a lot, but it's the one. So I actually was really fortunate enough to go to one of the, well, it's the best drama schools in the world, Yale School of Drama, as when I was being a schmactor, an actor. And while there, I had a vision, to be quite honest, to do theater for social change work in sub-Saharan Africa around HIV/AIDS work and intervention and education. So I partnered with a professor of mine, and neither one of us had really done this kind of work before, in this way, I should say. But we, thought about the program, and we like got a curriculum together, and we got a budget, and all the things, and found like certain partners, and we sort of like, okay, like the people who are in Swaziland, raise their hand first. So like, we want to go to Swaziland, which is a small country that's landlocked between South Africa and Mozambique. And it's a one tribe nation. They're a king with 13 wives, really, interesting place. And at the time, 29% of the population was infected with HIV. So there was massive devastation, a lot of young people, a lot of old people, and people sort of leaving us in the middle. And when we went to the dean, who we actually got a meeting with him to propose this program, we're like, okay, well, we have a meeting with the dean, so we must be, this is going to happen. And he looks at us and he says, who's going to pay for this? And we were like, you are, right? And he said, sorry, we don't have funding for that. And I'll never forget us walking outside of that office and looking out across the campus. Well, there was actually a big brick building in front of us, but we were looking outside of the whole campus thinking like, there's got to be opportunity here. And we scoured the whole place, and we ended up finding partners that we were able to partner with and make this course happen. And so there I am landing in Swaziland. And I had never been to the continent of Africa before. And I had never been working in public health before. And I had 20 students who were pre-med and public health interest students. And I was supposed to be this acting major person. And the experience of meeting people in Swaziland, even just the smell of the air and, the taste and the feel. And I remember meeting the guard at our hotel for the first time, and he held my hand just to say, hello, Unjani, niapila nami, yebo buti. And that's just hello. And the feeling of connectedness and humanity that I had was so profound and so new. And I continued to pursue those kinds of opportunities. And luckily that program was really successful. And right before I was going to graduate college or grad school, the dean calls me into his office and he says, I want to know if you want to come to Yale for a fourth year. And I said, why? Like, did I just fail drama school? And he said, no, because I want you to go to the School of Management, to the business school, to really get acumen in business and organizational leadership and change. And it was one of the biggest decisions I made in my life, and to change the course of my life, and one of the hardest things that I ever did. But I literally made that choice, and that no that happened a few years ago that became such a massive yes when the dean invited me to do that. It not only was a feeling of renewal, but it was like new skin. And so I just urge all of us to continue to follow our dreams and our passions, and take those big risks, not only for yourself, but for the contribution that you could be for others.
Well, thank you so much. You never cease to inspire, and clearly all of that work at Yale Drama School has gone to a great place in terms of the energy you bring to all of the communities you serve in Los Angeles and far more broadly. I am very grateful and excited to welcome our next speakers, Dana and Stephen Weinberg, now longtime supporters of JQ International and also dear friends. They are the very lucky parents of their transgender son, Raul, and are very vocal allies of all people marginalized by the ignorance, fear, and cruelty of others. Dana and Stephen, thank you for being with us tonight, especially in a period of deep transition for yourselves. Shana Tova, and thank you again.
Shana Tova, everybody. Dana? So I guess the prompt for tonight was renewal. And it's very auspicious that on we moved out of our house for 17 years on Erev Rosh Hashanah. And we decided that we had a terrific offer both from work and on our house. And we decided that we're going to plunge into our next phase in our life, which is doing a lot more traveling. And part of our traveling is we're going to try to do some NGO work and learn some languages and just kind of be vagabonds for a little bit. And so that renewal, right? But the real story is that because of COVID, my son moved in with us, and it was a renewal of a family, really, because he moved out to go to college. He was a female, and he transitioned in college, and we were very supportive, and we saw him, but it wasn't the same as really being with him for 6 months. It was the most wonderful experience of renewing a friendship with him, of renewing a love with him, of understanding him on a deeper level. And, you know, I guess the blessing for all of this is we are blessed, most of us, with the ability to look hardship in the face and to keep moving. And when we move, because we see a silver lining, we see something positive out of a very challenging time. And I want to give everyone the blessing of embracing that kind of challenge and learning from it and looking at what are the positive aspects of it. Not as a Pandora, but really just saying, wow, you know, this happened and then this happened. So I feel very blessed in many, many ways. I've never appreciated all the blessings I do have as I have in the last 6 months. So be well, everybody. Stay safe, and love you all. Good go.
Wow, that was a good one. Hard one to follow. Thank you, Marley. You know, we've been together a very long time, and we're both in our 60s. And we had Ray late in life, and it really, our transitions have been, you know, let me back up a second. Transition happens every moment of the day, every second of the day, because all we do is change. And Gamal, the only risk I've ever encountered is the risk of staying static. We have to accept and embrace change, including somehow getting past this young puppy who is just going nuts back there. But you know, that's one of the great lessons I've learned in life, and we teach that one a lot. And exploring it through my son, our son, has been about the most extraordinary thing of all, because, you know, for those of you who are transgender, he had a really tough time in middle school and high school trying to discover and figure out what was going on, and none of us had had the experience of transgender people before that. And to watch him find himself and to blossom and to become the extraordinary person that he's become has been a transition for us all. And the biggest transition of all has been in the word embracing and feeling it deeply in our hearts. And that's what Dana and I feel for all people who others try to marginalize. It's absurd, and we have to stand together, and we have to grow and support each other, and to remember that change is a fabulous thing, and we've got to go with it and avoid the risk of not challenging and taking on all there is to take, because this is a magical world. And all you have to do is wish the wish and make it happen. And we're all doing that. And we feel very blessed, being part of JQI. And we love Aria to death.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen, amen, amen to your thoughts. Thank you so much, both Kamal, Dana, and Stephen, for sharing so deeply and vulnerably. I want to let everyone know, by the way, that another thing that we failed to mention at the beginning, but that we want to encourage is, please feel free to send private messages to people, either if it's the speakers who speak or someone who said a blessing or Terra who's singing. One of our goals is that organically over the arc of these evenings, that people are able to make connections, and certainly that is the intention about the next part of our gathering. We are now going to go into a breakout room, and I am so grateful to our sort of inimitable Anna Goodman, an individual who can run the entire teen program and do all the amazing work of our graphics and website, and certainly just make all of our events what they are today. Anna, you are so much more mature and experienced and wise than your age. And Marley, that baby is adorable. Sorry for the side note, but she's awake, which is great. And Anna, thank you again for everything about making tonight come to life.
Thank you, Aria, and thank you everyone for being here. For those of you that got a kit, you may have, you may have gotten a sticker in your kit. Or if you filled out the RSVP form, we asked everyone to share an intention word. So I'm actually going to screen share real quick. Just before we do the breakout room, I decided, and this is what was in the kit. So if you didn't get the kit, this is what you may have missed. We made a sticker of a beautiful word cloud of the year 5781 with all of the words that you submitted in the form. So while I'm getting the breakout room ready, because I'm also managing all this, I just want to invite you to read all the words. And basically all of these words kind of represent our community and what everyone's intentions are for the year 5781. And think about that. And this is kind of going to be part of the breakout room session. So I also told Aria to unmute himself so it's not awkward silence while I'm getting the breakout room ready. So Aria, you can talk.
Yeah, I just say please feel free to refill those wine glasses and for any bio breaks. Otherwise, what you'll get once we end up going into the breakouts is a couple of questions that we're asking everyone to answer within those breakouts. We're trying our best possible to actually put one JQ, either professional or board member, into each of those breakouts. But if not, if you find yourself with just a few community members, please do co-facilitate with one another and just try and share as much as you can. This first breakout is going to be more about getting to know one another's names and pronouns, where you're from, and then the two big questions are, what is one thing that you want to bring more of into 5781, this new Jewish year? And what is one thing that you might want less of in this new year? Hypothetically, more balance and positivity or meditation and maybe less stress and anxiety, the types of things that we want to maybe do away with this opportunity for renewal. So those are the questions that we're answering. Again, we'll get those started in just a second. And Anna, thank you again.
Almost done. I'm trying to make sure they're perfect.
Heads up as well, they'll be about 6 minutes long in these first breakouts, and then we'll have a few minutes to share back as a larger group in the chats as facilitated by Anna. But we do appreciate, as Todd mentioned in the chat, oh, that was private. Please do turn your cameras on if you can. We'd love to have cameras on for individuals to see one another. There are no judgments about pajamas or any sort of attire. This is a completely inclusive space, and we want you as you are and as you are comfortable. So if you're willing, yeah.
Well, I did the best I could. I'm just going to say that if there's not a staff member or board member please just speak among yourselves and answer the questions and talk. We just wanted to also, you know, we noticed in the survey results that people wanted to meet each other and connect. So we hope you enjoy this. And I'm going to open the room. It's going to be about 6 minutes long, so, or 6 to 7 minutes long. There's about 5 people in each room. So ready? Here we go. Welcome back. Welcome, welcome. Welcome back, everyone. I hope that went swimmingly. Welcome back. Now we're all in different places. Now you're next to someone new. That's what the beauty of breakout rooms are. I wanted to try an activity where we could pass the honeycomb. So you're below me. You need to like screen share the gallery. It's difficult. Another time. Yes. I hope we're all enjoying our apple cinnamon challah, or just challah or bread if you have some, and the delicious honey and your cute little honey bear. And welcome back. I think everyone is back now. I hope you all enjoyed meeting everyone else. I just wanted to, another comment we heard on one of our surveys was that it felt like watching a TV show. And as much as I would love to star on my own TV show, JQ International wants everyone in the community to be involved. So if you would like, I'm just going to offer an opportunity. If you want to comment that you want to say something and share with the team, or with the group, I would love to call on someone just to reflect on their experience. No pressure, but if you want to, just put in the chat, say yes me, and then unmute yourself and I'll call on you. Any takers? Anyone? Arya, I mean, I can always get Arya to speak if you just want him to. I mean, he's really good at that. So, oh wait, we have someone. Yosef, unmute yourself, please, and share with the team, and I will spotlight you.
Hi, everyone. This is my second JQ event. I just wanted to put out some appreciation for my parents who joined me on this JQ event. They are awesome.
Oh, thank you, Yosef. Thank you, Yosef's parents, for joining. That's amazing. Anybody else? We'll do one more, and then we're gonna go on to our next speaker. Yoni and Deb. Yes, we'd love to have you speak. Can you unmute yourself?
Yes, we are unmuted. Okay, so I really liked what we just did, first of all, because hearing other people's opinions about what they think or anything is very important to me in order to understand the world better and to understand people better. And I really enjoyed what we did, because reflecting on what we want more of or less of in the world is really important, and having conversations with people is really important. So yeah.
And Yoni, tell everyone what we need more of.
We need more cosmopolitanism, because we're humans first. And we need to remember that, because it doesn't matter where we live, what country we live in, we're humans first. And we need to remember that.
And love.
And love. And we need more love, obviously, yeah. So yeah.
Thank you both. Thank you, Yoni and Deb. I'm going to pass it back to Terra, who's gonna sing a few more songs, and I'll put the words up on the screen share. And then we're gonna do another breakout room later. So if you hang tight, Terra, I'm gonna let you take it away.
Okay. So these are sing-along songs.
Yay.
Yes. So, oops, I just lost my sing-along words. Where did I go? There we go.
Lyrics should be on screen share. Can we see them? Thumbs up if you can see them. Yes, great, thank you.
Great. So I won't be able to hear everybody, but I'll know that you're all singing along with me tonight. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שרת אחים גם יחד. גם יחד. הנה מה טוב שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב שבת אחים גם יחד. And I also just want to share, I just realized I brought out my candlesticks to light tonight. I just want to show them to everybody because they belonged to the cantor who taught me, who prepared me for my bat mitzvah. And I just realized I had these here, and just want to honor him, Shimon Pachter and Ann Pachter. These were theirs. And my mom picked them up for me in an estate sale, actually. So I could always be reminded of my favorite teacher. Okay. It would be nice if I had just been gifted them, but that was not the case. They used them to the very, very, very last days of their lives, which makes them actually even more meaningful to me. So, one more song. Olam chesed yivane, yarararararai. Olam chesed yivane, yarararararai. Olam chesed yivane, yarararararai. Olam chesed yivane, yarararararai. I will build this world from love, yarararararai. And you must build this world from love, yarararararai. If we build this world from love, then God will build this world from love. Olam chesed yivane, Olam chesed yivane, Olam chesed yivane, Olam chesed yivane.
It's tough to thank you appropriately, Terra, because I feel like you're moving us in ways that are just so grand and big. Thank you for filling our evening with so much love and passion. Everyone, Shauna, maybe you can put Terra's website back in the chat again, because I think people are like, who is Terra? This is wonderful.
Thank
Terra's
you.
Instagram and website and all the rest can certainly be perused to find her music.
Whatever she's selling, I'm buying.
Come talk to me later.
Exactly. You're lucky. I'm an entertainment lawyer. It'll work.
It's great. And we are about connections. So before I actually introduce the next speaker, I should mention that I'm so grateful to JQ as an organization for being one of the first in the world to take a very big risk and invest in Persian programming, not only just for Persian Jews, but for interfaith Iranians from around the world as it relates to queer identity, queer education, queer inclusion, and queer acceptance and embrace. And so in being sort of director of that work at JQ, to see Yosef, you and your mother and father at your Shabbat table with us, that means the world really to all of us at JQ and certainly to me. And that brings me to the next speaker, who is one of the foremost, I think, Persian Jewish activists in the globe. And I won't rattle off your achievements and awards because I don't think you want that, but Rachel Sumech is an Iranian Jewish activist and CEO of Swipe Out Hunger. Rachel, thank you for everything that you do to fight hunger on college campuses and around the world, and also for being a wonderful friend and soul on all levels.
Thank you so much, Aria, and to Asher and to Anna and the whole JQ team for having me. I've been a longtime fan and attendee of JQ events since I met Asher, I think in like 2013. And now I'm a proud member of the Aria Mervazi fan club. And I was so honored to be asked to speak tonight, especially about this topic of renewal. And when I thought about a moment that I felt renewed, it was just this past summer when many of us took to the streets and said a statement that shouldn't be controversial. We said, Black Lives Matter. And we spent that summer watching corporations step up and kick out their bad CEOs and add people of color to their boards and invest millions of dollars and take action. And words like defund the police became commonplace. And it was really a summer of hope and opportunity and possibility. And I also was on a call with a few of my friends, Lindsay and Aaron, who are Black and Jewish. And we said, what would it look like if we saw a similar response from the Jewish community? Not just empty statements, but actually making commitments, actually making teshuvah for having for so long cast Jews of color and specifically Black Jews to the side. So we were on a casual Zoom call, and by the end of that call, several hours later, we had written a letter called Not Free to Desist, where we asked the Jewish community to step up and say that, sorry, my dad is saying hi, and ask the Jewish community to step up and say that we're actually making a commitment to be anti-racist. And the letter outlined 7 obligations, which you can check out online, but we spent a week just working so hard on this, and the night before it was going to be shared publicly, I was terrified. I was afraid that all of my white Ashkenazi friends would feel called out, which we were calling them out, but I was scared that they would call me and say, we could have had a conversation in private about this. You didn't need to publish a public open letter. And yet we pushed through and we released the letter, and something incredible happened, which was it was so well received for the most part. Thousands of people signed it, supporting it. Over 100 organizations stepped up and signed on board. And myself, as a queer Iranian Jewish, like Jew of color, which is how I identify, felt so like there was this moment of us being able to make progress. And the moment that I knew that this was beyond just this was when I went to my work of running Swipe Out Hunger, and the sense of, you know, just courage that I got from releasing this letter with my friends and how well it was received channeled into my work. And I was like, you know, even more visionary and even more bold about ending hunger. And in my family, I was showing up even more. And even in my dating life, I was more bold and more courageous because we took this chance and we pushed forward. And so my wish to all of you, my prayer for you, is that you spend time with people who encourage you to go outside of your comfort zone. And when you receive the invitation, that you say yes, and that you get the chance to work on this muscle of resilience. In quarantine, our opportunities to be pushed outside of our comfort zone, to meet new people, to have challenging experiences are so, you know, not as accessible. So finding these chances of us to say, I'm gonna take that risk, you know, of not knowing what's gonna happen on the other end of hitting publish, and be able to receive that confidence that it is the right thing to do, whether it's the right thing for history or the right thing for me personally. and that we all get the chance to build that resilience and that courage, and to do so in community where we feel held in those tough moments. And so with that, I say amen, and may that be a wish that we all get the chance to taste this year.
Rachel, thank you not only for your speech this evening, but for, I think, activism that the entire Jewish community has noted and understands is still in some of its beginning stages, given the global impact you've had with everything that you've ever put your weight behind. If anyone is interested to explore some of what Rachel spoke about, is it, Rachel, notfreetodesist.org, right?
Exactly, yeah.
And we'll throw that in the chat so that people can explore that on their own time. And thank you also. I think it's a poignant time to mention that the work of that letter, the content of that letter, is what moved JQ, of course, in responding to the larger movement to begin our own work in understanding anti-racism, understanding racial justice and equity with a much broader and more sort of deep lens on how our organization might shift. And so it's poignant to have this conversation as a part of this evening, and as a part of everything that JQ does moving forward, not as a sort of momentary reaction, but as a shift in culture to respond to the need. So thank you, Rachel, so much. I'm going to pass it back to Anna Goodman, who's going to sort of explain our next set of breakouts. And we're just about 20 minutes away from the end of our evening. We might go a few minutes over, but we hope to keep you with us because we have a beautiful few things left. Anna, thank you for setting up the next set of breakouts.
I also figured out that I can make the breakout rooms and not set them. I apologize, I should have done that before. So I've set it. So now there's about 6 people in each room. But so the topic that I wanted to have everyone discuss for this second breakout room was exploring self-compassion. I think oftentimes in Yom Kippur, we are, blaming or looking at our sins and how we need to do better. But I think it's important to be positive and look at how we can be and be more compassionate about what we're doing, the good work that we're doing. So I'm gonna just put the preface in the breakout room, in the chat. Sorry, it's hard to do 2 things at once. And just, a discussion topic to talk about, meet other people in the room, talk about ways that you're exploring self-compassion and how you can be more self-compassionate in the year 5781. So we'll keep this short, only a few minutes. And thank you everyone for participating. Here we go. Hello, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed your breakout group session. I sure did. Lots of familiar faces. And I can't stop eating this challah. It's very good. And it's very easy to pull apart, like the different sections. Honestly, I could finish the whole thing by myself, which wouldn't be very good. All right, thank you. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you enjoyed your breakout room and met some new people. Welcome, welcome. We've got about 10 minutes left of this Queer the New Year Shabbat of Off 5781 experience. So once we've got everyone back, we don't have enough time to have everyone share out loud. I'm so sorry. But if you would like to share something you spoke about in the chat box, we would love to see it. I'm going to invite Arya back up again for our closing Mourner's Kaddish. Where is he?
Thank you.
There you are. Hi, Arya.
Thank you so much, Anna. Friends, sorry that it feels like this on every call. Maybe we're just going to think about a next program being like 3 15-minute breakouts, and that is the entire content of the evening. And we'll just do like minimal framing, but then just let our J community connect from around the world. Maybe, by the way, save the date. December 17th, Guilty Pleasures, our big Hanukkah gathering will be hopefully a quite global experience, and we'll test that out.
The calendar.
Yeah, all right.
Oh yeah, we got a calendar. All of our JQ's dates are on here. So, and maybe you see some familiar faces. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, Ari. I'm very excited about this calendar.
Anna turned that baby around in like 48 hours, which is its own feat. But thank you again, and thank you for sharing, everyone. So we're going to move into our closing, and one of the things that we wanted to do in closing was actually the Mourner's Kaddish. And for nearly 2,000 years, the Kaddish, also known as the Mourner's Prayer, has been said to honor and commemorate loved ones who have passed away. This year, we have lost an inconceivable number of precious souls to COVID and many other powerful heroes to other things like John Lewis, Chadwick Boseman, Kobe Bryant, Chi-Chi DeVane, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, and my own dear friend, Angela Knorr of blessed memory. And our own JQommunity. According to the Torah, all Jews are one. So if and when needed, a Jew may recite the Kaddish for another individual. And while we are in this moment of Shloshim, there is a particular family we'd like to say Kaddish, their daughter tonight, Arizon and Joseph Nimoy. Thank you so much for being with us. And for anyone who wants to follow along, Anna will share the Mourner's Kaddish on the screen. And thank you so much again for being with us.
Sorry.
So we want to highlight Joseph and
yeah,
Marcy.
They're highlighted.
Oh, great. Unmute.
Yeah, I am. There we go. Oops. Trying to unmute you guys. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I did. Thank you very much.
So do you want to lead us in the Mourner's Kaddish, or would you like us to?
Sure.
Wonderful.
Joe, my husband and I, will stand.
Thank
you.
Okay.
Yitkadal, Yitkadash, Shemei Rabbah, Yalmad, Ivrak, Hirutei, Yamlik, Malchutei, Bekayekon, Uvyomekon, Ukaye, Dekol Beit Israel, Ba'agala, Ubisman Kari, Vimru, Amen.
Amen.
Shmei Rabba Mivarak Le'olam Olmei Olmaya. Yitbarak V'ishtabach V'itba'ar V'itroman V'itnaseh. V'ithadar V'ithalel V'ithalal Shemei Dikudisha Brikhu. Le'ela Le'ela Min Kol Birkata B'shirata. Tush Bekata V'nekemata. Da'amiran V'alma V'imru Amen. Yehesh Lama Rabba Min Shemaya. Bekayim Aleinu V'yakol Yisrael Bimru Amen. Seh Shalom Bimrumav. Buyaseh Shalom. Aleinu V'yakol Yisrael Bimru Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much again for being with us and for sharing JT's memory with us. JT was also a JQommunity member, and we're so grateful to have you with us this evening. Our final way to sort of lift spirits and to bring us all out together is, of course, with Terra's beautiful voice. And Terra is going to sing one of her own personal songs, Help You Fly. The lyrics will be on the screen. Terra, thank you so much again for sharing your song and soul with us.
It's my pleasure, and I just want to thank everyone for a really beautiful evening. I didn't know what to expect. You never know what to expect with the Zoom groups, and this has just been a really powerful and inspiring and beautiful night together. So I want to thank you guys thank you all for inviting me to be part of it. And this is a song that I wrote about community, really. It's about finding the people in our lives that can lift us up. It's easy in my own experience, it's easy to find people to commiserate with when times are rough, and sometimes harder to find people to celebrate with, but very important part of my own journey to find the celebration, even in spite of whatever is going on around us at any given time. I know how misery loves her company, got a party gathered around you now. They come running from far and wide, but who's gonna help you fly? And they come calling when you're falling down, someone always pick you up off the ground. Oh, nobody wanna see you cry, but who's gonna help you fly? Whoa, 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 who's gonna help you fly? Well, the city that I live in feels smaller every day, it's like a little town. Someone always gonna help you get by, but who's gonna help you fly? And it's a messed up situation when I got the world to call on when the well runs dry. But I just wanna celebrate my life, wanna find someone to help me fly. Whoa, whoa.
No, we are all just clapping in our living rooms at home. I'm brought to tears. Terra, you got something real special and magical in there. Thank you so much for sharing it with JQ and our entire community. A big hearty thank you again to everyone who was with us. And I know we have a slide about a few upcoming things. We did want to share with everyone that these are some of the upcoming stuff. Most importantly, it's just jqinternational.org/events. At any moment, you can see what's upcoming. I'd also just say that for those of you who are here, you are seeing sort of what is the next iteration of JQ's evolution as it relates to offering these types of remote experiences and having a global reach no matter what happens with our COVID reality. And certainly we will get past this one and be intimately with one another again physically. But we want you to know that wherever you are, for our friends in New York and Australia and outside of Los Angeles, though we are based in Los Angeles and though we are rooted in Jewish values and though it's a Jewish queer organization, everything we do is meant to be for everyone who wants to be in our spaces. And that is regardless of faith, regardless of orientation, regardless of cultural background and identity. The J community is for everyone, and we mean that with full hearts and minds. So thank you so much again for joining us. We're wishing everyone a hearty Shana Tova, Shabbat Shalom, and Chatima Tova for Yom Kippur on Sunday. Please do be in touch with us if you'd like to be involved in future gatherings. Thank you so much again to everyone who made tonight possible. And we're sending you a big hearty kiss and hug from around the world. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom. And thank you to Arya for being a huge part of this event and putting this all together as well. Thank you, Arya. You're amazing. We're lucky to have you at JQ. And
no.
if you want to unmute yourself and chat with other people, or we will slowly close out. Thank you all for being here.
Shalom.
Shana Tova, everybody.
This week.
Shana Tova, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shalom. Gemar Tov.
Love, health, happiness to everyone.
Kamal, amazing day, all day today with you.
Who was that? Oh wait, talk again. I just did the. Who was that?
It's Deb.
Oh,
Actually,
hey.
can I get whoever is left here to do something really quick? We're just gonna wave, and if you unmute and say Shana Tova, we're gonna do a group shot. Anna, do you want to take like a Control-Alt-3 or whatever?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a recording of it, but wave and just say Shana Tova, and we'll get a recording.
Shana Tova.
Shana Tova.
I took a few other screenshots, and also this will be uploaded on YouTube as well and on our website, so stay tuned.
I just need
Great job, guys.
I just need somebody to teach me how to do the him, her, and add Danish to my name. I don't know how to do the.
Help.
On video, rename. You can rename.
Okay.
Where the three
Paul,
dots are.
Paul, thank you so much. Terra,
Thank you.
I could listen to you forever. Oh my gosh. I
Yeah.
can't wait for your next breath work. Yeah.
Honestly, like.
Tara, are you in LA?
I am in LA. Yes, I am.
Okay, cool. We have to find each other.
I would love that. Hold on.
Cool.
Let me just switch to my mic that has no no reverb on it. So I don't sound like an echoey person.
So good to see you.
It was such a beautiful night, everybody. I would
Awesome.
love to connect with everybody.
Yeah.
Tara, would in our follow-up, we'll send out your website and
Hey, Deb.
an email so we can chat and stuff together. Great.
Okay. Bye, guys.
Okay. Good night, everybody. Thank you all.
Laila Tov.
Thank you.
Deb.
Good job, everyone.
She's gone.
Oh.
Just waiting.
All right, guys. It was absolutely a pleasure. Wonderful. I loved it. Loved it. Well done, Anna. Like seriously, well done, Anna and Arya and Sean. Like you guys were all.
Bye. Thanks.
Laila Tov, Marie. Thank you, Marie.
Thank you too. Bye.
Okay, I'm gonna end the call now. Bye.